Hello everybody, I'm Cameron Weston, and today I'm going to be discussing with you happiness and Christianity, according to Jonathan Pennington, author of Jesus the Great Philosopher. Now, in this presentation, we will be comparing, we will be comparing Christian philosophy of happiness to modern secular philosophy of happiness, and also ancient Greek historians' views, such as Plato and Aristotle, their views of happiness. Now, according to Pennington, we achieve a sense called eudaimonia, which is defined by the Greek historian Herodotus as the sole happiness that one comes to when they find meaning. When we talk about meaningfulness, we're not talking about, it's a quick rush of happiness. No. It is a long-lasting, a truly life-lasting sense of happiness that one finds when they are achieving their purpose in life. And we see outside of this, happiness is only temporary. It is short-lived and is rare to be found again. Now, I love how he uses modern media as a reference to this. He uses Deadpool, which he actually quotes in one of his pages of his book. It says, "Life is an endless series of train wrecks with only brief commercial breaks of happiness." Whenever we try to seek temporary happiness, such as things that brings us dopamine, say fast food or a favorite drink or like something fun like an amusement park ride, those are senses of temporary happiness. It brings dopamine to the brain, a rush of thrill, which secular beliefs define as happiness. Whereas when we find meaningfulness in life, we can find a greater sense of that through our accomplishments. Now, both Christian and pagan philosophers value meaningfulness in both of their customs, but also there is a custom nonetheless great that is improving oneself to endure hardship. Now, Christian happiness revolves around duty and sacrifice. In order to improve themselves, because nobody's perfect. We are all sinners. Therefore, we must deny the things that make us comfortable in our lives and follow Christ. Therefore, we must endure whatever comes our way in the glory of God, that we might overcome that, and through that, we can find meaning. Now, pagan philosophers agree with this too, but they believed it was all psychological, given they had no concept of the Christian God as we do. These philosophers believed that if you overcome suffering mentally, you would receive honor. It was a badge of glory that you would receive mentally by enduring suffering and going out of your way to make things uncomfortable for yourself, to pit yourself up against challenges. That way, people would revere you, and you would be seen as a greater man in those times and in that custom. Now, we face a problem here in these modern secular times. It's called nihilism, which is defined by Pennington as a state of mind, a philosophy that believes life doesn't really matter. With this mindset, we have no consequences for our actions, and therefore we can go out of our way to do stuff that makes us comfortable. We can stay in our comfort zone as long as we want without any repercussions. And even Pennington would agree that this is bad news for our generation. Now, as far as the Christian view, I believe it is the most accurate, not even just as a Christian myself, but in a sense it will resolve in finding spiritual fulfillment as well as physical fulfillment. Now you might ask, aren't the pagan views of happiness and the Christian view the same thing in this sense? Well, yes, but I believe that the pagans didn't really have a concept of eternity as far as the Christian philosophy does. This was a feeling of eudaimonia that would last you even after you have passed on. It would live forever along with you. And it also brings hope to those who are unable to try and lead a better life in Christ. I love this quote from John 3, verse 16, where it says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish, but have eternal life." This quote brings hope to those who may not have it. A hope that they can find this sense of happiness in their lives. And that will further motivate them to seek greatness in themselves, to seek greatness for the glory of God, so that they can be fulfilled through him. And with these regards in mind, I'd have to say the Christian view is by far the most logical as far as meaningfulness. Thank you.